Shooting at him.
Drake's whole MO, it seems like when he wants to throw his shot or he wants to do something to get at somebody, it relates to him using a woman. He uses some type of image of a woman, whether she's connected to you in some.
It was supposed to be another one of Diddy's legendary nights. Music, power, luxury. But somewhere in the middle of the madness, something changed. And Drake saw it coming. Insiders say Drake was at that now infamous Diddy party, but he didn't stick around. He dipped out early, hours before things reportedly got weird. According to a few people who were there, it wasn't just a casual exit. It was a vibe shift. Fast. Attendees started whispering about bad energy in the room, and word spread that Drake looked uncomfortable. Real uncomfortable. Here's the kicker. The FBI is reportedly examining that exact timeline. They're cross-referencing who arrived, who left, and when. And guess what? Drake's early departure has suddenly become very relevant. Authorities are treating the exit as more than a coincidence. Was it instinct? Was it something he saw? Or did he know exactly what he was walking into and walk right back out before it could touch him? Because if Drake had stayed any longer, he might be dealing with more than just messy optics. He might have been caught up in the mess entirely. Just like that, the narrative changes. Drake wasn't just at the party. He was smart enough, or lucky enough, to leave before things hit the fan. But what exactly did he see before walking out the door?
Why did Diddy slap Drake? The truth is kinda sad. It all started in 2014 when the two were performing at a Miami club, and Drake decided to snatch the mic out of Diddy's hand. Although Diddy got pretty mad at this, it wasn't the overall reason he decided to slap Drizzy. It actually has to do with the song called 0 to 100. For those who don't know, 0 to 100 is one of Drake's biggest tracks of all time that dropped in 2015. But apparently this song didn't belong to him. It was Diddy who originally sent the beat a year prior, but he didn't like it that much, so he sent it to Drake, asked him to ghostwrite a verse, and also add a feature of his own. However, Drake decided to take this track to himself and made an absolute banger with it, which didn't sit well with Diddy. After hearing the song appear on multiple commercials, play on the radio, and even get playlisted on NBA 2K16, Diddy confronted Drake at DJ Khaled's birthday party in Miami about stealing the beat, but Drake just walked away. So Diddy chased him down and gave him a firm backhand to the arm, which dislocated his.
What did Drake see? Here's where things get murky, real uncomfortable. Nobody leaves a Diddy party without a reason, especially not Drake. This wasn't a casual, "Oh, I got a flight in the morning" kind of exit. The whispers say something in that room felt off. People who were there described a strange tension, a shift in energy. And then Drake bounced. No goodbyes. No social posts. Just gone. Now that Diddy's parties are being dissected by the feds, with allegations of secret recordings, non-consensual acts, and VIP freak-off behavior, Drake's exit looks less like coincidence and more like a calculated escape. Did he see something he wasn't supposed to? Was someone acting out of pocket? Or did he just catch the vibe and know he had to get out immediately?
Puff can't hear a hit? That's kind of crazy, Fifth.
He still hear things from back then, that time period.
Oh, got you now.
Right.
Okay. Got you saying.
He can't buy the right. He can't. You play it for him right now, and it's hot. He can't buy it. This is why he's fighting Drake. When you hit Drake, because he used the beat that he didn't actually use.
0 to 100.
Right. You see what I'm saying? So if he heard it and then he heard Drake use it, but it wasn't a hit yet until Drake put the lines on it. And he's upset about that because he can't hear it, but he felt like he took something from him.
I did not put hands on Drake.
Oh.
And I do not want any problems with Drake.
Yeah, what happened to the beat, the 0 to 100? They said that was your record at first. Was there any truth to that? Even there was a clip of you at a club.
Yeah. There was a 0 to 100 was initially, was my record, and then there somehow that became just a misunderstanding because we was working with the same producers. Honestly, it was a misunderstanding. Honestly, Drake is actually my favorite rapper.
Insiders believe Drake recognized the setup, that he saw the trap and wanted no part of being caught in it. If that's true, his early departure might have saved him from being legally implicated, or worse, caught on camera in a compromising situation. One thing's for sure, with all eyes on that night and the list of who stayed and who didn't under federal review, Drake's instincts might have made him the smartest man in the room. But then he did something else. And this one left fans shook.
Love you so much, man. I hope I can come to your house soon, or you can come to my house soon.
Yo, we can't wait. We can't wait.
Digital shots fired. The Solange elevator post. Right after leaving that party, Drake took to Instagram. And no, it wasn't a thirst trap or a tour promo. It was that infamous clip, Solange in the elevator going off on Jay-Z back in 2014. If that doesn't scream read between the lines, I don't know what does. People instantly connected the dots. Solange versus Jay-Z. Secrets. Scandals. Hidden violence. Drake knew exactly what he was doing. That post wasn't about nostalgia. It was a message. And it didn't go unnoticed. The internet blew up with theories. Fans started asking, did Drake witness something that night? Was he hinting at something involving the Carters? Think about it. You don't leave a Diddy party early, skip all commentary, and then post a clip that symbolizes betrayal and behind-the-scenes drama, unless you want people to know you saw something. And maybe someone.
Everybody been knew Drake was soft and Diddy was insane. They was at a party once. Diddy said, Drizzy! Drake said, huh? Boom! Smacks that boy. Diddy puts his hands on him. The crowd went, now how Drake be talking in his songs, the crowd was like, do you know who you're messing with, Diddy? That's the sixth god himself. Everybody waiting in bated breath for Drake's response. So Drake goes, you better not do that again. Drake's boys go, what he meant to say was, and they hop in. A scuffle ensues. During the scuffle, somehow Drake gets his shoulder dislocated and they have to take him to the hospital. Now, you may be wondering why this makes Diddy insane. Well, that's because of how the scuffle ensued in the first place. You see, there was a song called 0 to 100. No pun intended. That beat was supposed to go to Diddy. Diddy heard the beat and said, nah, I don't want to use this song. A couple months later, Diddy listens to the song again and goes, you know what? I kind of like it. He hits Drake up, says, Drake, can you make this song for me? Drake goes, of course, we're friends. Drake makes a song. Diddy listens to it and goes, I don't really like it. Drake goes, okay. So Drake releases a song, but not in a disrespectful way. He puts it up on SoundCloud as like a free throwaway song. The song blows up out of nowhere. Now, Diddy still didn't say anything about this until the song gets nominated for a Grammy. All of a sudden, Diddy goes, yo, 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 that's my song. Now, at that party where they got into that scuffle, Diddy tells Drake, hey, can we talk about the song? Drake goes, there's nothing to talk about. I don't want to have a conversation about this. And Drake leaves. Diddy follows him to the whip and says, don't run away when somebody's speaking to you. And that's when it ensues. Now, the sad part about all this is Drake didn't get his career ruined by this happening. Listen closely. Everybody knows Drake is so soft that when people heard that he got smacked, everybody said, well, that's expected. You feel what I'm saying? Like if Donald Trump does something crazy, everybody goes, oh, well, it's expected, so they let him get away with it. That's not what he wants. Like if Drake were to slip on a banana peel and his face falls on a pie, everybody be like, that darn Aubrey, doing it again.
Was Beyonce there? Jay-Z? Were they involved in whatever made Drake leave? Or was he exposing them by association? The IG story disappeared, like any 24-hour post. But the internet never forgets. And that post hit different once the FBI started sniffing around. What seemed like a shady meme might actually have been the first warning shot. Because Drake didn't stop there. He started unfollowing people. Big names. Power players. And it looked personal.
Okay, so Drake is going to go down eventually. Drake should go down. Okay, Drake, like, first of all, okay, Justin Bieber's parents allowed Diddy to babysit him. Like, I'm so desperate that I need my son to be famous. I'm going to give my child over to a obvious pedophile. What was he, like 40?
Friendships crumbling. Drake's unfollows and fake friend rants. Right after that cryptic post, Drake went on an unfollow spree. And we're not talking backup dancers or influencers. We're talking LeBron James, DeMar DeRozan, people in his actual circle. Fans noticed. Blogs lit up. Drake's feed started looking real empty. Real fast. Then came the captions. Posts about loyalty, fake friends, being alone in the club. You could feel it. He was pissed. He felt betrayed. What really shook fans. Many of the people he unfollowed were also rumored to have attended Diddy's parties. Coincidence? Or was this Drake cleaning house, distancing himself from anyone involved in that mess before it exploded? The timing's too tight to ignore. The exits. The unfollows. The cryptic quotes. It's not PR. It's not a rollout. It's a message. I know who y'all are. I saw what happened. And I'm out.
So this old picture of Drake and Diddy's 3 daughters has just resurfaced. And I gotta say, this might be the craziest crossover of all time. Drake might have beat Diddy at his own game. You know, Drake might be the GOAT yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Hey, if I was the diddler, you know, I wouldn't let that slide. I think the only way Diddy comes back from this is if he gets a flick with Drake's son. Then he'll win. Or lose. However you want to put it.
Ding. Is Drake calling out the Carters? Let's be real. Nobody posts that Solange elevator moment without knowing exactly what it represents. That image is forever tied to Jay-Z, Beyonce, and the secrets inside their billion-dollar dynasty. And Drake? He posted it. No caption. No explanation. Fans started speculating. It wasn't just a random jab, it was a call-out. A quiet way of saying, I saw y'all there. Or worse, I know what you're a part of. Insiders say Drake has had long-standing tension with the Carters. Subtle digs in lyrics. Quiet shade in interviews. But this was different. The Solange post. The unfollows. The loyalty rants. All pointed in one direction. Fans, and especially conspiracy theorists, started putting the puzzle together. Could Jay-Z and Beyonce be involved in the same circles the feds are now investigating? Were they there that night? Was Drake not only distancing himself, but exposing them? Drake's brand is calculated. He knows how to stir the pot. But this wasn't promo. It wasn't trolling. It felt like someone who'd had enough. Someone who saw something and wasn't willing to stay quiet anymore. Because if the feds are coming for Diddy, who's next?
So Drake and Diddy's sugar daddy was just revealed, and wow, guys. So Lil Rod's lawsuit revealed that Diddy's entire lifestyle was financed by a man named Lucien Grange. Lucien is a powerful man in the music industry, as he's the CEO of Universal Music Group that owns labels like Motown Records and is partnered with Roc Nation. Kanye West revealed that Lucien is like a sugar baby daddy to rappers like Drake and Diddy. Essentially, these rappers are given everything they want in exchange for favors, like the kind of stuff you learned at Diddy's Flavor Camp. In Lil Rod's lawsuit, Lucien was actually sent a summons because he was named as someone who would attend these FO parties. Present at these FO parties were not of age ex-workers, as well as supplies. This is how business deals would go down. Drake and Diddy have been said to be on their knees for Lucien Grange.
Drake's industry isolation. Too big to be trusted. After all the unfollows and subliminals, fans started noticing something else. Drake was pulling back from the industry. No brunches. No Roc Nation parties. None of the usual celebrity circuits. It's giving. I'm not one of y'all anymore. Whispers began. Execs and artists started side-eyeing Drake, not because he did anything wrong, but because he left before things went wrong. And that made him dangerous. When you're the only one who didn't stay, you become the one who might talk.
It's been almost 30 years since Biggie and Tupac were taken from us. That was social engineering at its finest. It got people in line, didn't it? Imagine
comparisons.
If the same fate that befell Biggie and Tupac happened to Drake and Kendrick.
Just
and
imagine.
And as messy as Drake is right now, I can almost bet that there's somebody that wants to turn his faucet off. Because if y'all think Diddy is a mess, Drake, he was being groomed to be next in line. See, what happens when the real details of what happened to Triple X come out?
Sources close to the situation say Drake's been labeled a risk. His silence? Nerve-wracking. Because no one knows what he'll say or when. And as we've seen, once Drake feels betrayed, it's only a matter of time before it ends up in a verse. But what if he's not just hurt? What if he's trying to warn us?
Sometimes you have to tell Diddy no.
Oh, man, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, man.
Sean Diddy Combs' alleged list of accomplishments to be revealed soon. The names will shock you, attorney says. Whoa.
I think he's going to sing, If I got invited to the white party, I'd have gone.
Especially if you didn't know.
Of course, no one knew. No one
right.
knew.
If
And
you
then
don't know, you're
find
just
out.
a celebrity, and you know, oh, Jennifer Lopez is going to be there. Oh, Rick
That's what I'm
Ross is
saying.
going to be there. Everyone's going to be there.
And-
That would be a cool place. I want to meet those people.
Drake's pattern of personal attacks. Look at every beef Drake's had. They all start the same. Quiet tension, followed by a sharp, personal attack. It's never just your song was weak. It's family, women, secrets, vulnerabilities. So when he posted the Solange clip, followed by loyalty quotes, fans recognized the pattern. This wasn't a tantrum. It was Drake prepping for a blow. He has a formula. Watch quietly. Gather the dirt. Strike when no one expects it. He did it to Meek. He did it to Kanye. He did it to Pusha, until Pusha hit back harder. Now, some believe he's gearing up for a bigger hit. One that could shake the entire industry. And if he does speak, it won't just be bars. It'll be receipts.
A billionaire friend of mine, who's a legitimate billionaire, told me that it's entirely possible that some of these guys are trillionaires, some of these Middle Eastern guys. He's like, you've never seen wealth like this. It's insane. Do you know in the United Arab Emirates, they make it rain every week? They seed the clouds.
Really?
And make it rain. Yeah, because they're in the desert. And they're like, I don't like this. I like it to rain.
What does the FBI know? Who's next? Here's where things tighten up. The FBI is deep into the Diddy investigation, and now they're analyzing timelines. Who arrived? Who left? Who was seen? Who was caught on tape? Drake? He left early. That matters. Insiders claim the feds are quietly pulling phone logs, videos, texts. They're talking to people who were at that party. And some of the names? Bigger than Diddy.
Bigger than Diddy.
Do you know Sean Combs?
Puff Daddy?
Yeah.
P. Diddy, whatever you call himself these days. Yeah, go ahead.
It is one of the strangest interrogations we have ever covered here on Sidebar. And in light of a criminal indictment against music mogul Sean Diddy Combs, some people are seeing it in a whole new way. We're taking another look at the bizarre claims made by a man accused of shooting up one of former President Donald Trump's Florida hotels and his connection to Sean Combs. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. So as you know by now, rapper Sean Diddy Combs is facing sex trafficking and racketeering charges out in New York City, accused of using force and coercion to get people around him to facilitate and participate in so-called freak-offs, these group sex sessions that sometimes last for days at a time. The criminal indictment lays out the allegations, only names Combs as the defendant, although that could potentially change down the line. We may see more defendants. But since Combs has officially been charged and he's locked up behind bars, there have been a lot of videos that have been surfacing, particularly online. And one of those videos is the interrogation of a man named Jonathan Oddie. Now, this is a strange one, maybe some would say, an odd one. See what I did right there? So I want you to stay with me. So we go back to 2018. And Jonathan Oddie allegedly went into the Trump National Doral Miami Hotel and Resort in the middle of the night and ostensibly went on a rampage. The state attorneys...
Drake's timely exit before the alleged activities went down has kept his name out of deeper legal waters. But people are asking, did he get tipped off? Did someone warn him? Or did he walk in, see the setup, and walk right back out? Because when those subpoenas drop, and they will, only the people who stayed late will have something to explain. And Drake? He's watching it all from a distance.
On. If you open my door, expect to be removed. My security team will stop everyone from standing at my door who have the intent to see or speak to me. Steve told me he sent the memo because some staffers were taking advantage of his open door policy.
I'm in the hallway. I'm getting ambushed by people with friends that come to the show and having me sign this and do this. I just said, wait a minute.
So who leaked the memo? Well, Steve has some suspicions.
You know, it's the end of the season. Everybody knows the show is moving to Los Angeles. A couple of people are not happy with that. They're disgruntled. So why would you wait until the end of the season to report something that I gave you back in August? And it was just simply asking everybody to honor and respect that. Look, man, anybody, if you come out your house, you don't want nobody on your porch waiting on you. You walk to your car, you don't want people bothering you on the way to the car. Everybody wants the freedom to be able to move around. I just didn't want to be in this prison anymore where I had to stay in this one little room scared to go out and take a breath of fresh air without somebody approaching me. So I wrote the letter, man. I don't apologize about the letter, but it's kind of crazy the way people who took this thing and ran, man. I appreciate you asking me.
Drake's next move. Will he stay silent? Here's the cliffhanger. Will Drake finally break his silence? Or will he keep watching from the shadows while everything burns? So far, he's played this masterfully. No press statements. No interviews. Just a few well-timed unfollows. A cryptic Solange post. That cold, detached energy he's mastered over the years. It's not what he said that has people nervous. It's what he hasn't said. Because if Drake ever stops being subtle and starts being specific, it's over. And here's the wild part. He wouldn't even need to tweet names or drop a documentary. All it would take is one line in a freestyle, one verse, one lyric, and the whole system could shatter. That's how powerful he is. That's how heavy the truth might be.
The physical abuse, Diddy is accused of throwing, punching, kicking, and dragging some of his victims. We saw proof of that this spring when CNN released the infamous hotel video showing Diddy brutally assault his then-girlfriend Cassie in a hotel hallway. That incident isn't blatantly referenced in the federal indictment, and neither are any names. So we'll get to the specifics on that when we take a look at the civil suits against Diddy. But the indictment does allege that Diddy hid his victims for days at a time to recover from the injuries he inflicted without being publicly observed. Federal prosecutors allege Diddy intimidated these victims into his orbit and then forced them to participate in something he called freak-offs. These freak-offs were elaborate and produced sex performances that Combs arranged, directed, masturbated during, and often electronically recorded. So during these sessions, Diddy would force victims to use drugs, have sex with prostitutes, and be recorded doing all this.
This won't be another rap beef. This could be the unraveling. Because at this point, Drake isn't just a bystander. He's not just the guy who left the party early. He's the loose thread holding the industry's darkest secrets together. And if he ever pulls on that thread, he won't just expose a few people at the top. He'll bring the whole empire crashing down. So the real question isn't if Drake will speak. It's when.